Okay, so in our current architecture, we've got four users. We've got the default user, we've got Chris Green, we've got Jane, and we've got John. So what we need to do is we need to assign Jane and John owner access to this particular resource group. Now, there are two ways in which you can do it. You can either individually give each of these users access, owner access, or another easier way of doing it is you could actually create something called as a group. So in this example, we create a group with Jane and John as members of this group, and we will make Chris Green the owner of this group. So the owner has the rights to either remove or add users to this particular group. So once we've done that, once we've created a group with an owner and users within that, the only thing remaining is that we need to link this particular group to the owner access to this resource group. And once we've done that, all the users within this particular group will inherit that particular owner access. So let's see how we can do this. So let's go to a console. So to access your groups, you can go to your Azure Active Directory, and within that, you'll find something called as a group. So let's click on groups and let's create a group. So let's click on new group. There are two group types. So what we need to choose is the security. So Microsoft 365 also gives you access to other Microsoft resources like Mailbox, Calendar, etc. So for our example, we'll just choose this as security. We can give a name for your group. So I'll just call this as my demo group. And we can assign members as well as owners here itself. So let's click on no owners assigned, and here we'll make Chris Green the owner. Click on select, and let's choose Jane and John to be the, so let's choose Jane and let's choose Joe to be the members of this particular group. Let's click on select and let's click on create now. Okay, so let's refresh this now, and you can see that my demo group has been. So the only thing left for us to do is we have to go to our resource group. So let's go to our resource group, and what we'll do here is we'll create a new resource group. Let's click on create group, and let's call this as my demo resource group, and let's click on review create. Click on create, and once you've created your resource group, let's open this and let's go to the IAM. And here what you need to do is you need to grant access to this resource. So let's click on add role assignment, and what we'll do is we'll click on owner, next, and here instead of choosing member we need to choose a group. So let's click on select members, and we need to give the name of our group. So the name of my group is my demo group. Let's click on select, review and assign. Okay, so we have assigned the group, the owner access to this particular resource group. So let's check whether this particular group has. So what we'll do is we'll log in using Jane. So let's click on sign in with different user. Okay, so let's click on Joe. So we've already signed in using Joe. So let's click on Joe's, and let's see whether Joe has access to that resource group. So let's again go to resource group, and you can see here that Joe has been granted access to this particular resource group. So let's open this resource group. Let's go to IAM and let's click on view my access. And you can see that Joe has got owner access via that particular group that we had created. And so now let's try one more thing. Let's go back to our diagram again. So what we'll do now is, since Chris is the owner of this particular group, we log in using Chris's account and we will remove Joe's access to that particular group. So let's see how we can do that. So let's go back to our console again and let's try logging in using Chris's account. And now let's go to our groups. Let's open our group. And what we'll do is we'll go to the members here. And here let's remove Joe. So since Chris is the owner, he has the access to remove users or add users to this particular group. So let's click on remove now. Click on yes. And now Joe has been removed from this particular group. So let's again go back and log in using Joe's account again. And now if we try to access the resource group, that should not be visible to us. And you can see it isn't. So this is the other resource group to which Joe has access to. So the my demo resource group, which he previously had access to, has been removed. So that's it for this lecture. If you have any doubts about groups, so get in touch with me. I'll gladly help you. I'll see you in the next chapter.